Welcome to another mail time. This is, I think it's a filofax. I can feel it. I hope we're filming, by the way. Yes, we are. So let's have a look. I don't know. Do you know what? I've bought about 10 binders in the last month. So I'm a bit out of step with what I've actually received and what I'm about to receive. So let's have a look. Obviously, just a bubble mailer here, so not exactly great. I can feel the rings through the bubble mailer, which is not which sounds alarm bells for me, frankly. But I do appreciate that this is a very, very common scenario. But let's have a look, shall we? Oh, there's someone's label there. Let me remove the label because I don't want to show any label. Is there anything on the other side? No, I bet there's one inside. But I mean, it's great. It's a nice gesture. But to be honest, I have to edit them out. So we'll see. Let's have a look at this. Well, this is an old one, a really old one. And I'm looking forward to this as a project, and I'll briefly explain what I'm going to do with this. I believe this is a Lefax. Let's have a look. Let's have a look on this side. Okay, so this is a Lefax. I don't know how old this is, but clearly it has some age, and it is what I would describe as in poor condition. This is going to be the subject of a project where I'm going to not restore this because I don't have the skills to restore it, but I want to clean it up. I may actually remove these pockets and just have it as, my inspiration is to just have it as an old battered filofax, or in this case a Lefax of a certain age. And I'm not a big fan of pockets. Sometimes I leave them on, sometimes I remove them, as in the case of my Guildford series binders. Both my personal and my mini size have had the pockets, at least on this side, removed. But you can see it's probably, out of all the filofaxes I have and the other binders I've ever owned and passed through my hands, this is probably the one with the heaviest wear. So I was intrigued, and when I'm intrigued, I get my finger on the button and I buy things. So that is what happened here. So it is a little project. You can see there's quite a lot of wear here, isn't there? Quite a lot, but it's still reasonably intact. So I'm just wondering whether I could live with this. It is. When I say intact, it's almost not intact, but we will see. We will see what I can use this for. It might even be the case that I remove the rings completely, keep the pockets, and just use it as a notebook by fitting the pockets, the covers of a notebook in here and in here, and just use it as a funky notebook in personal size, maybe, who knows. But I don't know yet. I don't know. It is what it is, and I'm going to give it a go. But just before I finish, let's just see what we've got here, because it is a mail time rather than a review. And then later, certainly not in the immediate future, because I'm going to be moving house. But this is a good project for when I'm settled in my new place, my new apartment, or flat, as we say in the UK, and I can experiment with this. Yeah, lots of stuff. So I think this probably dates from, let's assume this dates from the 70s. Let's just do the sniff test. I know that's probably not a good idea when there's, but yeah, it smells like leather. It smells like leather, and I think this will look really, really nice when it's cleaned up. It has a certain charm to it, a certain look. That is what I'm calling it. That's the right term. It has the look. It's the sort of look that has appealed to me in the same way as this is my Filofax Gloucester, which is old and battered, but the leather is frankly to die for. And I know that I obviously you don't get this with a modern Filofax. You might get even with something like a this is my recent acquisition, which is the Vanderspec, which is lovely. It's almost like it's a synthetic leather, but this looks like it's leather that could someone from 1,000 years ago would have a look at this and say, oh yes, that's good bit of leather there, good bit of calf leather, to be sure, behold, or whatever. And I'm hoping that this will end up looking like this. So this is the sort of leather I would like. So if anyone from the FLB group is listening, if you would like to improve the Filofax brand in any way, my suggestion is start using this leather. Start using this leather and all will be well. That's my suggestion. But anyway, so we'll see. So an interesting project, and we'll see how we go. But that is what I found when I did my mail time, and I'm happy to share it with you. Anyway, give it a month or 2 or 3, and I'm going to make a film about what I do with this. Hopefully it'll be interesting, and I'm happy to share it with you. Thanks very much for watching, and goodbye.